Hello there. Welcome to today's edition of Producers Lounge. This is our 20th episode, and we get to talk to one fraternity or one section of music that I think that we don't pay much attention to. But like we do every time, we're going to pray, and then I'll play just music or two, and then we can delve into talking so that we can work within the hour. And then those of you at lunch, you can swallow the food good, let it go down, and then you can get back to your desk and return to work. But I'm so glad you could join me. Father, we thank you for this time. We ask you to take absolute control. Let it be you that is seen here. Let it be your glory, oh God, that everybody talks about after this is over, because we do this for you and for you alone. We give you praise in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. So let's start with something from my camp. We're doing a lot of acapella stuff today, but because of copyright issues, we have to sometimes to stay within the confines of what will not get us into trouble. So I have permission to drop stuff from one group that I just met. Fantastic group, in my opinion. But let's start with something from the KTK album. We call this one D&D. So here we go. Buffering up a bit. Our network is giving us issues today, but we should be okay. Oh, wonderful. May the Lord touch your hearts. Oh, your patampa, Mama, oh, I am shishi, no blocks from Kumahino. The payday, it's your bureau. Missy, oh, your button, Papa, Adumasha no more. Oh, I will turn no blocks from Kumahino. The payday, it's your bureau. Amiri Shodio, Amiri Shodio, your choir band, saying Amiri Shayo, Pulianumiento, Amiri Shodio, Amiri Shodio, Papa, Amiri Shodio. Oh, yes, a ferrati, or jump from a Ochirban, Nasoya Bonedru. Nepia there, and your Bianca say, oh, and see no smart Jesus, no tobacco, no. Zillia for a body, Zigi Ada Sanqua, Zizi, Yamiri Shotio. No people could have Jesus but 2,000 years in you, no babum punya, and they feel free, and by and more being that our hinderable. Song says, for whom Jesus. So that was from my album KTK Acapella. So the question we have today is this.
We all know the crazy chaos caused
Let
by
me get rid of this. In our modern day worship, is there a place for a cappella music? I'll tell you what my personal observations are, and then I'll bring on two guests, and then we can pick it from there. When I was in secondary school, well, I went to SSS. Some of you went to SHS, but I went to SSS. So during my SSS time, there were groups like Black Heritage. I remember Black Heritage. I remember Shepherds. Edo nyame na sem, na 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 sem, and then I remember Welcome Aquaba. There was a song like that. I remember that one too. And then there were a few other groups that came up that excited us and were like, yay! We are hearing new things coming up from Ghanaian groups. And then I heard this Liberian group called King's Jubilee. And they too came up with some weird, well, to me at that time, I didn't started studying jazz yet with McCaffrey. So those things were weird to my ears. And then gradually we had other groups coming up, but I wouldn't say it peaked to a point where we could have maybe an a cappella night where we would have all of them ministering or that kind of thing. But now, in my personal opinion, we hardly hear from them. And so today I wanted to get two people that are in that field to talk to them, to understand what's really happening to that genre of music. And I have with me Minister HJ. There we go. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Thank God you are able to join us today. Please, you are looking slim and fit.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's working. We'll follow you very soon. God is in control. But we want to say a big thank you to all who have joined us so far. I can see NSHE, Akomia Wilson, I can see Eric Praise, I can see Mark L. Bernard. Nice Hebrew pa you. Mark L. Bernard. Pacho wundi kweku ana kwami biya ofi ho. But we thank God you are able to. What's your Asante name? Hello? Oh, I lost you. Sound.
Come again? What's my take? Is that what you said? What's my take?
Take away. What is your Asante name?
Kweku Granting.
Kweku Granting. Ah, nice. Yeah, that is what I see. Please, so you are all welcome to this discussion. So let's zoom in straight. Sometimes we think we have all the time, but we don't. So let's zoom in straight. And then we have yet one other person that is joining us, Mr. Akwesi Ajay. Oh, we just lost him again. Akwesi Ajay, we are waiting for you. Please join us. He is from a group called The Manifest. They are SDA.
Oh.
I'll say, you know about The Manifest?
Yes.
Charlie, they just sent me something that
one of the best.
I didn't know about them.
From Ghana. Yeah. One of the best. No doubt about it.
Charlie, they sent me a song I listened to today. I asked the guy, are you kidding me or you are serious? Serious stuff.
Yeah, they're good.
Really
they're really good.
So I want to ask, Mr. Kweku Granting, HDO, for you, how did it start? Why a cappella?
Yeah. Where do I start? To cut a long story short, I found myself at the right place at the right time with Sami Dowona. At the time, we used to be in church together. I left when they called me back. I was actually called back because they needed help. They were undermanned. One person I think wasn't available, so I had no experience at the time. And David Kwame, my friend from school, my best friend from school, told them about me. They were a bit hesitant because obviously, even though I could sing, I'd never been in a group like that before. So I got in. They taught me. I mean, I say this unashamedly. They taught me everything I know, and the rest, as they say, is history. So that's how it started for me. So I knew about Acapella, but I was introduced to it in this form by Alabaster Box.
What does it take to? They taught you. What does it take to sing a cappella? No?
Yeah,
5 people with good voices can do a cappella.
Yeah, but good voices is a good beginning, yes, but you need to be more versatile than that. I remember when we came up with the term Acapella, we had that is a cappella in the African way, where we imitate African instruments. Our dondo and our dewuro and our conga drums and our bass gome drums and the maracas and all that. So we found the music, but we couldn't get a name for it. And then we sat down and we said, why don't we call it Acapella? Because it's us, it's African rhythms, but and put together the way we did it. So that's how come. So that is how it started. But like you said, good singers is one, but you need to get the best from one another and how to put it together to make sure that people will want to listen. You have one chance. It's just you. So if there's a mistake and any of you commits that mistake, it is glaring. You can't hide behind the rest of the choristers or the instruments. So you need to make sure everything that comes out is intentional. Everything that comes out is well thought of, rehearsed. Not much spontaneity. You have to make sure everything that comes out is perfect. And to the glory of God. And let me not leave out the most essential thing. Someone will kill me if I don't say it. That is the grace. I mean, there are better groups out there. We know at the time there were better groups. We acknowledge that, but the grace of God was also sufficient to take us to some of the places that we were honored. To grace.
Okay, so let's go back to the thing. So you are saying, having a good voice is one important thing.
Yeah.
And then you are saying that the ability to be teachable, the fact that you have to remember lines.
Yes.
And these are lines that are isolated.
Yes.
So, but when they put everything together, it kind of makes sense.
Yes.
What about range? Is it a factor?
Range is a factor. Range, like a vocal range, yes, absolutely. So we need to invert. Maybe there are certain vocal harmonies that need inversions. Let me put it. How do they call it? You swap into different parts, into higher ranges and all that. And if you're unable, we all know, for instance, that the baritone. So for instance, our baritone or the lead, or just the baritone sings from, obviously, has to have that mid-range, stomach range, and a tenor that's chest range, where you blare everything out. The bass obviously is the lowest of the low, and then if there's a male falsetto or soprano, whatever you need to do, you hit the high falsettos or the high notes. So we all have roles and we all have ranges we are supposed to deliver in. So if you're unable to deliver in one range or the other, you're redundant. You're really of no use. So either the key is changed, the song doesn't become as dynamic as it could be, and we're all the worse for it. So, I mean, there's a story where I came home from rehearsal. I was in a group. I'm in the group, Stewards of Grace. I'll come from a rehearsal from a program where I've lost my voice, my singing voice, and the box has a program or we were rehearsing, and it was trouble because they're counting on you to hit the high notes, and you can't hit those notes because what's the reason? So
Okay,
you
so that,
hold
that
us.
means vocal health is
Yes, yes,
also
yes, yes, yes,
super
yes, yes.
important.
Yes. I look over the years. I've learned all the tricks, all the things to do to keep as healthy as possible. When the whole body is healthy, because the voice is part of the body, the voice is also healthy. So if you eat healthy, you train your body, you do everything, you exercise, all the things. Your voice also benefits. The whole body benefits because your voice is part of the body. Your voice also benefits. Staying away from certain things also comes like cold drinks and hot drinks and spicy stuff and all the peculiar things that make you lose your singing voice and all that also comes into play. Yes.
Today, let's talk about this theory.
Yes.
Growing up, there
Yeah.
was this theory that fat people can sing, pa, and no, towards it, and it came from, and no disrespect to any names that I mentioned, it came from the fact that we knew Ola Williams, and
Yeah.
he was big,
Yeah.
and then Danny Nete was big,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then Reverend Tom Bright was big.
Yeah.
So then it was almost becoming true, and the Winans were big.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're
Alvin
like,
Slaughter.
Alvin
Alvin
Slaughter
Slaughter as
was a
well. Yeah.
big.
Yeah. Yeah. He was huge. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get the thing. So then there was
Yeah.
this, and then when you watch these Black American choirs now, what's the man
Yeah.
fuck a crack for no? Omo
Yeah.
jina no mo twa soprano na then nam sro sa tie si eh ene aduane ho amfa so ana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that theory true?
No.
And I can no kakrakasa.
Because you see, I was afraid of that theory myself when I started my journey of healthier, weight management and all that. I was afraid that
Yeah.
if I change my body too much, I might not sound as the way I sounded. But I remember Ola Williams when he was huge, but I remember him also when he slimmed down. I remember a
Yeah.
few Tremaine Hawkins? I remember her when she was huge. But when she
Yeah.
came down, I mean, I thought she was even more a beast than when she was like that. So it matters, but it's minimal. I think the good outweigh the bad because what happens is you might lose a certain a certain richness of what your body will bring. Yes, but you will gain in energy, believe you me. So now I can, if I used to do 30 minutes praise and worship in church and I'll lose my voice at the end of it, I can now do an hour and more and still not lose my voice the way I used to. So it's the benefits. I mean, it's just benefits. Let me put it that way. So it's a myth. It's a myth. There's a fear. There is an
Yeah.
active fear, but it's a myth. Yes.
It's a myth. So please, the heavy people like Koda and the rest, our voices have nothing to do with the size.
No.
Yes.
No.
Great. So it's good we debunk that theory because I think that it's a myth that people have carried for so long.
Yeah.
You are getting the thing. And then the next thing that I want us to talk about is this. Vocal health. When it comes to my side of the world, I mean, though I am in a bit of both sides of the world, but I think I'm primarily more of an instrumentalist than a singer. I still think so. Danny Neto will chop off my head if he was hearing me today.
You mean you are an instrumentalist who can sing? You're not a singer who plays an instrument.
That's how I see myself.
You're an instrumentalist who can sing. Oh, but what you sing? No, you don't just sing. I mean, you sing very well, and there are vocalists
Grace.
who will be jealous of your range. You know yourself, you know your range, you know what you can do, and you do it well. So don't shortchange yourself. So you are multi-talented.
Well,
you are multi-talented.
I'll take that from my big brother. So we want to ask this question that
vocal health.
Vocal health. For me, no, I'll be very honest. This one is not say people keep saying it. The cold drink saying I have tried and tested it. It doesn't work for Koda.
Doesn't work for you.
If I take cold stuff, it just makes the voice cringe. I know what's her name? Ida Graciela from campus.
Yes.
or ice blogger and then susum crab.
Yehovah.
And so there are things like that. The milky thing, I know gives neokind phlegm.
Yeah.
You are getting the thing. Personally, I'm not really a milky. I'm not like typical Fanti, you know. There's a Santi blood in me. TT train and shut down your life. You are getting the thing. So, in your case, what are the unique things that you have found out over the years? Hello.
The cold things.
Okay.
Doesn't work. It might. When I say doesn't work, can you hear me? Okay, so the cold
I can hear.
drinks, short term.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the cold drinks short term might not be a problem for you, coder, but long term it is eating gradually at the quality of your singing voice. So maybe you have a way of recovering. You recover quickly into your default.
No. I don't like the cold. It means you didn't get me. When I take a cold drink, I won't be able to sing.
You can't. Okay.
No.
So, but there are a few people, like you said Graciela, Ida, is in her element, even if she's taking. I know a few people I know now Mercy. Now Mercy is what's the word to use? Notorious for saying that she doesn't do vocal training and exercises, but she just comes and tap the game. So, she said that once somewhere. I think somebody told me that she said that. So yes, you could recover. All that means is you're good at recovering to your default mode. So you might do a cold drink, a cold beverage, or orange juice, which is also not good for you when you're going on stage immediately because of the citric acid in it and all that. Maybe your recovery rate, like I said, is quick. So immediately you take it in, your system doesn't acknowledge it, or even if it does, after a few seconds or a few minutes, you recover. It doesn't mean that you are immune to that. You're at the longer run, you are hurting yourself more. So what it means is probably when you get older, some of us might sing for longer, might have smoother, clearer voices than you do because of the damage that might have accrued, over the years.
Let me chip in this joke. So I was an entertainment prefect in the Fransman. So please let that thing sink in before when I say the next I'm going to say you go like, hey, good. So
I'll still say
one of my, and it's Michael Bano who introduced me to that music. Michael, one of my favorite vocal persons is Michael Bolton.
Oh, he's incredible.
Just the passion with which he says,
lean
on me.
Yeah, I like
those
that.
curves at the ends and all those things. So there's this song that he recorded. I've forgotten what they call it, but it's "Tell Me How I Supposed to Love It." Whatever. So the original song
I know it well.
Hey, and I listened to a version that he sang recently on YouTube. I was just watching something and I saw a live performance. When I heard him sing it, and I told my wife the era, what is so?
Yeah.
Because I can't wait here check to be.
Right. But did you check to confirm? Did you confirm?
I checked. He had dropped it by 2 semitones. And I told myself that, you see,
that's a lot.
No, by 2 semitones. So.
Yeah.
And on the original, he did the song and actually modulated. You are getting the thing.
Yeah.
So on the modulation, he did. So he actually did a.
Yeah.
So that means he even went a step of getting an extra note on the modulation. But he couldn't hit it this time. So it told me that, you see, like you're saying, some of the things, but Ochinabi, the older, God forbid, the older hustler, the older coder would stand on stage and your own song, what instrumentalist and man will catch say 2 down.
Bring it down. Yeah.
You get it. And that's how come I really want us to talk about this thing. It would be rude to give examples, but again, segueing from this discussion that we are doing, please, I beg you, singers who take their songs to the studio to get it produced. Pacho, I am doing the action. So we choose
Yeah.
Because I think that sometimes we don't even consider the fact that you might have to do 5 of those songs on stage
at
a particular point in time. So if you go picking those notes, which are your optimal notes, how do you fire the 5 of them when you are put on stage? Then you do the first one, do the second one, and then by the third song, you go like, I feel the presence of the Lord in this place. But we know that your voice is gone.
Right.
When you are recording a single, choose a key, bearing in mind that you probably will do it as a set list, not a touch and run kind of my hit here.
Please, Bohobium. That statement.
Please
say it again.
Please, when you are picking keys, when you are recording your singles, think of it that the song will be sung as part of a set list and not a touch and run kind of thing. Because it can be something you can hit on a normal day if you are doing a solo. But how can you sing the whole thing?
Yeah.
And so I teasingly every time use our late uncle from Takra, the Papa Youngson, as an example. You know, his keys were the talking range keys.
Yes.
Show your love. Master, it is in talking range.
Yeah.
So even when he was in his 70s, he still opens his mouth. Show your love. I think the vocal health thing is something that we seriously, and then choosing our keys too. There is no need to prove a point.
No, at all. But you see, it's maybe we should keep saying it because I learned the hard way. I've learned the hard way. I mean, we went to the States. We went to the US. Alabasta Book invited to the US. A US tour. Thanks for watching, NS. So we got invited to the US. At a certain point of our tour, I had lost my voice completely. And we were ministering at a program, ICGC Church. I can't say the states, but so that. So what we did, I play a little guitar enough to scare, a few people, a few novices. So so we rehearsed one song. Rehearsed it in the key that I can play, and we played it. That's it. As just changa, just standing there. But the funny thing is, that's not why they called you. Luckily for us, it went well. It went so well. Everybody was happy, was pleased. Even though we didn't get the harmonies they wanted, at least we did some. And that was one of the biggest lessons. And then number 2, something that has helped me. This is a trick that has helped me is some of the. I do the high range falsetto, usually falsetto. And over the years, I've grown into singing chest range and pitching, and screaming and belting.
Very, very, very good. Very, very good.
So oh, thank God. Thank you. Coming from you, thank you. So over the years, what has helped me as well is instead of singing, I drop it an octave or 2 lower. So for the South African style harmonies, which I like. Welcome, Wezolo, Akwaba. My part. Welcome, Wezolo. So rather than go there, I go welcome, Wezolo. But the problem with that is you interfere with the bass as well. So if the bass is not versatile, the low notes there seem to be there might be some clashes here and there. So depending on the song, when the song allows it, I will drop and do a few things there. Those are some of the tricks I would do when I'm recovering or I'm not at my best. But like we said earlier, it is you alone singing that part. And we are used to singing, "Was blind." And today, I've lost my voice. You're supposed to hit that note, and you can't. You're supposed to hit some chest range, hey, and you can't. What do? We can't sing that day?
Okay. Sorry, we are segueing so much, but I think some of the things when they come, we have to say it. Please. The other thing too that I think I would advise friends and praise and worship leaders about, when you mention losing your voice, I'll tell you what. I think if you can't hear yourself, you shouldn't scream. Because the one who came on sound engineer, he will open the thing.
No.
So why is it that we are pushing for the people to hear us, and we are like, I pray, okay, whoever you are, please don't get offended because I didn't mention your name. I've been recording one praise and worship leader for his single since the past 2 years. I'm not exaggerating. Every time you have to lay the lead vocal, piano, so one day be a code matuna, Massa why?
Yeah.
I said, Massa why?
Yeah.
What's no so for no more church and no voice? I'm not saying don't sing in church, but we need to finish that single. So what's the plan? So when will we change? You will keep screaming. And I've noticed another thing about praise and worship leaders too. I think that when you are not careful now, you lose some more dynamics in now because everything is like 100% volume so that people can hear you. If you pick up, I know what song to pick up. So we give you everything is like 100%. Yeah. But Charlie, when you are recording and you are screaming into people's ears like that, Charlie, it's away.
Yeah. But you see, there are two things. I think it's lack of experience or you don't want to learn from experience. I've lost my singing voice lots of times because I couldn't hear myself. I was competing with the instruments. So I thought I could compete. So let me up my volume. But over time, I realized if they can't hear me, one of the options is to bring the rest down so that I can stay on top. So I won't shout, I won't scream. If you can't hear me, I'm saying I won't be lazy about it. But I know my range. I know where I should be. If I'm there and I can't hear myself in the monitors, I won't even ask to put me up. I'll just say bring the rest down. In the monitors.
Okay.
That's one way. Or the monitors, they can't work on it. Maybe the house ones are better. So I'll find a way and just tune my mind that it's fine. I'm good. Let's go. Because if you, like you said, if you scream at the end, yeah.
Okay, so vocal health, please. If for those of us that do praise and worship, whether you are in a choir, whether you are a solo artist or whatever, you see, the same way that we would spend time rehearsing our guitars, rehearsing our keyboards. The last time someone was asking me that, how often do you rehearse? When I was younger, I was insane. Now I have schedules to keep. So I have to do a lot of mental rehearsals, and then whenever I get the opportunity, that keyboards by God's grace littered and guitars littered all over the place that I can get something to rehearse with. But you have to make a conscious effort that if you are a singer, you work those vocals. Work those vocals because it's just not going to happen that one day you wake up and then your range has miraculously gone up. You need to work that thing. Also, are there with me? Your picture seems frozen. Okay, I think Horst is frozen. Wait for him to rejoin us. Let me take some of your comments as we Delali says healthy discussion. Thank you so much. Teddy is here. Teddy, do you have good internet? Can you join us? Let me see. Let me find Teddy. Teddy, where are you? All right, let's do this. Please give me a minute. We have one person from King's Jubilee. We want to get him on board so we can pick his mind on today's topic too. Teddy Zaro. Okay, AJ is back.
Yeah, it was from my end there, so don't worry about it. I heard you say Teddy is online. Is he here?
Teddy and then Terry's too. 1 minute. So I'll get them as we talk. Me Pacho, so I want to ask this question. modern day church.
Yeah.
But trust me, making and quay am family born in China.
Say it as it is.
I'm called Dia. So normally when people want to say something volatile, they say touch wood. So touch my name. Pacho, aren't we using a cappella in church as some occasional thing just to get a few oohs and laughs from people?
Yeah.
Especially when they go off harmony, is it when we are excited the more? If they are not machine kakrabe, say the whole room goes, yeah. And I'm like, I don't need a group of waves.
Yeah. You're right.
What are your thoughts about it?
You're right. First of all, to answer your question, yes, sadly. But then there are a few places as well that they know their music. We have been to various places, coming up, and a few places really know what they're about, and you will tell by the quality of the sound of the mics they give you and all that. But then, would people pay you? Would people pay to listen to you? That's what the problem.
That's a good question.
That's the problem.
A good question.
So I heard somebody say something some years ago that your album has no instruments, just voices. The other album has instruments and voices. So that one might be worth the money that I'm paying for because yours is missing something. Somebody told us that.
Really?
Yes. So that is so.
Wow.
So your budget was so you excite us, but you party in this part of our world. I'm not afraid to say it, and I say it on behalf of every acapella group that is, and ever is to come.
I like that. Did we lose him?
We've traveled, we have the chance to travel. When we travel, that is when we actually can hear. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. When we travel, that is when we produce our CDs on the road, and serious quantity of CDs, almost it immediate bishops and all that. So outside is easy. We've sold the most outside of Ghana. In Ghana, no chance. We've had a few programs, album launch, acapella nights, where we brought in a gazillion acapella groups, some workshops and all that just to help. But the bottom line is, we love it. Your budget, so we scream at even when this is bad. When they come, like you said, this chord and whatever, maybe to we still get the fans. So the fans in the area, but we won't put our money where our faith is. I was telling a few brothers today, they won't put their money where their faith is. They won't put their money where they say they love. We love you, but let me come asking for money to do my album, to do an album, or to help me launch, or it won't happen. So
okay, so hot me about. Is it that we are not packaging the product well? What do you think is that? Because I work a lot for my SDA brethren, and one quarrel I've had with a lot of the choirs, whether it's One Voice or it's with Hannah Ewu or any of the people I've worked for, I keep saying that they have great material, but I say Momo releasing in their hearts they're happy that they have released it. The next thing you get a call from them, Koda, the next project about me say
you're right.
I've noticed it. They are so
right.
quick to.
You're right. I think.
Hello, sir.
Senior.
Pastor, I'll mute your mic from you, The microphone is muted. Can you unmute it, please?
Okay.
There we go.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Yes, boss. I salute you, sir.
Please, I just attacked the SDAs. Forgive me. But see, Mama the end we project me yeah we release yeah the next moment about but I ain't for let me say hey Larry, no marketing, no promotion, why? Officer, hey.
It's not our fault, you see. The thing is that sometimes sometimes we look more at the evangelism side than the
Just say
business.
yeah, evangelism. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Not that we sometimes more look at the evangelism side than the what do you call it, the business side. But there are guys who are also doing well in the business side in the church as well, like the marketing, the ampons, and then other guys. They really take their time to market their song whenever as it is out there. So sometimes the people need not to blame us. People should probably understand us.
Let me chip in something. The business side helps the evangelism side because the more you market, the more people you attract, the more people will listen.
Sure.
Right.
See, with what Koda is saying, because like as soon as the song is out, we want to come out with
Another one. Yeah.
another one. See, that's how it is. But the other guys who sometimes also take their time to do the business side of the ministry. You see.
Before we continue,
So,
let me take this chance to just say I love the manifest. Manifest are incredible, one of the best to ever do it. They are I don't know, like Koda is trying to say. Maybe we need to take time and really market manifest well or more.
yeah,
I
sure.
think they're really good. They do very well. They have programs they do. They have live things they do. They tour.
Thank you
They
very much.
tour Europe. They tour Germany. The last time I heard, they're very dynamic. And then boom, these 7 people on stage. Another time, another 7 people, and they're all part of the manifest, and they sound incredible.
Sure,
So
sure.
so
You
they
see,
do they are incredible. They do well. So if you're listening, if you're watching, just look for them anywhere.
yeah,
Any of the handles, I'm sure you find from their music.
sure. So, and I want to touch on that side there. Today you see the 7, tomorrow you see 5, tomorrow you see different things. The reason is that whilst the manifest family, whilst we're growing up, this is what we realize that in some years to come, maybe if I'm married, the parents are married, maybe some of the guys are married and almost that time and we try to build a succession plan where in future, if I am not there, we can get new guys to so be in the shoes of the manifest thing. Also, sometimes wherever that we go, when we meet young guys, that's what we tell them. We need to also think about the succession plan of the group. Manifest is 20 years this year. And
20.
it's been, yeah, this year
Wow.
20.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And yeah. So we need to encourage each guy or the young guys coming to also come up with a succession plan so that in future, me a benefit of what they are doing. It's been difficult though, but we know with time it will pick up.
No, Horst, there's some stuff that he sent to me today. It was mind blowing.
They are incredible. They are good.
Who
They're good.
recorded?
I
Who
love listening
recorded
to
that?
them.
Who recorded what I heard today?
Oshobo.
Oshobo.
Wow.
There's only one Oshobo.
Oshobo recorded. Yeah.
Oshobo
They're
is
good.
my writing partner and production partner for a group, Halal Africa.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
So the last album we did, we co-wrote quite a lot of songs for them. Very, 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 very good musician. Very, very good musician.
Yes.
We bless God. So you see, my problem with this thing is this: that since we want to do Bible, let me quote you a scripture. Solomon says that in all labor there's profit. Let us say, baby, at least the cabe to be and yes, the cano, and then treat the kind of thing. I guess they're touching it. Part what they are saying. So I think that once you guys go to the studio and you record the thing, I think putting it out there, making sure that people are hearing the thing, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube channel, I don't know. Oh, I'm sure the Lord is not against it. Share it with the team that is what we were coming up with. But any plans this year for you guys to do any concerts or something like that?
Yes, actually, actually this year we're supposed to celebrate our 20th anniversary, but because of the COVID and its thing, but we decided to maybe push it next year. But we'll have a pre-concert before the end of the year, maybe which will come out maybe end of this year, end of this month, or end of October or first week in November. I want to do a pre-concert before the main event. We're hoping that maybe next year, not COVID, no, so that we can be able to do our program very well. So that's what we are planning for.
Great.
Yeah.
Horst, from you, Alabaster Box, are you guys planning anything for us? Any concerts? Something to look out for?
Yes. Currently, we are. Well, we keep saying that, but it's the truth. We're in a process of recording a single. There's a lot we're meant to do, but because of COVID, it sort of derailed and delayed some of the things we wanted to do. One of our members is also not in Accra. We're working at getting him to Accra. Hopefully, all of that when we do all of that. Obviously, there's a lot more people would expect to see from us. And I want to say once again, manifest when you're ready for your program. I just heard this last part of it. When you're ready for your program, let us know. Let me know. I'll do everything I can to push it on my platforms. Make sure.
Okay,
sure, that's fine.
So whilst everybody is still on, please hang on. I want to play something. Where's this window? There we go. Let me know if we are hearing. Listen to this one. Are we getting sound?
Nope, not from here.
The sound is not coming through. Technology so hard. Please hold on. So give me just a minute. I want us to just preview something that I listened to today. It should make somebody smile. Where are you at? There we go. So bear with me. Yes, Riba. In Yanwana Muruku Muriba. Oh, Simu oh man. Yes, Riba. Ona Muruku Muriba. Oh, see you today.
Oh, let's go.
What a good God. And there is no
What
one
a
like
good God.
you.
Oh.
Oh, yes, more.
Oh. Hey, I have this album.
You do?
I do.
I just heard it today. And then
They're
they
incredible.
have this other one, the Hallelujah chorus thing.
Yeah. All by Otobo. Yeah. Singing along. Like, can you put it off? We can hear him. The person is sitting there like on to bars. Be mine. Sing some bars. Hallelujah.
Challenge.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Please, so let me understand something. Do you have formal education in music?
Well, no.
You do. Are you an Adventist? Are you an Adventist?
Well, I don't have any formal because I'm an IT. I'm an IT professional,
But are you an Adventist?
I am.
So that's your formal education. Because there's a myth out there. Immediately, you're an Adventist.
I like the joke.
Everywhere we've been, everywhere in the world. Charlie?
And of course, if you are talking about Acapella, I can't forget my all-time favorite group, Take Six. I mean, that thing can virtually get me to tears. There's a song they have called "There Is a Quiet Place." Oh my word! And you see, the truth of the issue is this: I'm an instrumentalist, so accompaniment music is definitely something I love. But I think that the modern church is missing out on what a cappella does.
Sure.
You see, when you strip away the accompaniment, what you are left with is the lyrics and the melody. Yeah. And sometimes that is what is needed to send a message down, because when my people add to it, it becomes a bit too busy.
But it's the purest form of worship. People don't, I mean, it sounds some way because that's what I do, but it's the pure, because guess what? When the lights are off in church, when doom so happens to you, or when you're in a car and they do their aduma. I spoke to a group today. They said they were very busy during that time, touring churches Sunday after Sunday because aduma.
Wow.
That is when our worship. And don't get me wrong, I love the instruments. I'm a worship leader at my church. There's not one day we've done without instruments. But when there is no power or for whatever reason, and you lift up a song and it's just the vocals, not even without the microphone. It's just the purest form.
Yes.
It's the purest form.
Yes. Yeah. You see, and I'll tell you what. So you see, very deep worship leaders, sometimes when a program is going on, all they will say is that it happens a lot when you are ministering with Elder Reku. A time comes when Daddy just goes like, Mama Mama and Charlie, it can be the simplest of songs, and the presence of God will be all over the place, because we've taken away all the distractions. You know, there's another thing that I have a whole theory about. Maybe today might not be the day to share it all, but you know, I believe in unison.
It's underutilized.
I think that there's a power in unison that people are not. If you look at a song like "Every Praise to Our God," 70% of the song is in unison.
It's in unison. Yeah.
And sometimes I think we are so quick to want to harmonize everything.
I need you to survive. I pray for you. The whole song,
unison. Right? Yeah, and this one too. We lift our hands in the sanctuary. Unison.
Yeah.
Jesus, we give you the praise.
Yeah.
And so for those of us music directors out there, please, that's another thing I think you should pay attention to. Acapella. And then unison. We will tap into other dimensions of the music, and then instrumental music too is beautiful. Okay, so in wrapping up, I'll say to you that Mr. Kofi, Pachobo, say name Namihari.
Kofi Achina. Bidiaba, yes, Barnabas, Kofi, Achena, Bidiaba.
I know about Barnabas. The rest, the rest, they made the minimum. I know Barnabas. Barnabas.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, if there's a young group out there in Takrady, in Swedru, Winneba, Accra, wherever that think that they want to go the Acapella road, but they don't think they'll become the next Joe Metal or the next Akese Brempong or the next Dinah Hamilton, what do you have to tell them?
All right, so this is what I have
And
to say.
feel free
See,
to
we
speak
never,
as an Adventist because I believe in you guys.
sure, sure. See, this is what I want to say. We never thought that a day will come where we tour Europe. It takes a time. You need to take your time to build what you have. See, one thing I've come to realize nowadays is that some of them want to rush. They want to become, popular within within a split of second. They want to be known everywhere.
Two demos.
But I keep on, yes, they want this. Yes, this is what I want to tell them. It's a matter of taking your time, staying because host will bear me with it. Sometimes I need to drive to host house. I drive to his place to just study something from him. I drive to Sami space, just study. It doesn't matter how best
you don't know.
See, you can try. You need to learn. Take your time. See, and then now you're gonna say, "Man, prepare me." But one day, that light on you where everybody will know about you. See, I'm never surprised. When it comes to Accra, we've done twice a couple of programs. The Pentecost experience and then Central. We filled the National Theatre we filled the whole place. For twice,
Wow.
2 consecutive we've done this. It's a matter of taking your time, study. So also being in my daily year, go to the person, study from him. Make sure that you sometimes people feel because they can give some calls here and there, they are better than you. No matter who you are, obi by and son awoba. And for only krana sina ocean. Just try to study. The obi bo one son and awoba. So take your time. For the person understand. See, study. Also bear with them. There are several times that I've not visited with you just to learn something from him, to add to what Manifest have.
I didn't know he was coming to learn, so I'll send you the invoice in a few minutes. I see a bon come. No, taking notes.
Sometimes we can be on phone. Sometimes I can be in his house for about 2-3 hours. Still want to study more about Alabaster Box. Yes. So I just want to entreat these young guys. They should take their time. Study. Not because they can do harmonies though they are there. No. It's a matter of studying and make sure say, yeah. Now one day we have some person.
Okay, what about you? What would you tell them?
He said a lot. He said most of it. I'll let's emphasize on a few, which is learn, and like he said, find the manifest. There are a few people. When we started, there was Shepherds, Acapella, King's Jubilee, obviously Manifest, Soul Street, Note 6, the Psalms, there's Sons of God, Acapella, Vocal Path, Missionaries Acapella, Mambo Mudia, I'm sure they will have my head, so let me just go through the names. Find those that you think are ahead of you. They are in Ghana, we are here. Find them and just go and be mentored. Okay, just chill and be mentored. Today, I took time to speak to Sons of God Acapella. They used to be rhythm ambassadors. Yo, man.
Mr. Teddy Zaro.
So take time. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys as well. Wow, this is amazing.
Wow.
What was that the song, Sabado?
Hey. Don't beg. Everybody can see.
What is all the cheap?
Oh, I beg.
What if you?
Oh, Tim and them bros who got signed. I'm not a guy got that.
He's married to a Ghanaian. He's lived in Ghana.
Me
How long? Uchiti. Obumu Bengina.
Teddy.
Mercy. Yes, sir.
Say
So
something. You're
we're
here.
almost
Say
rounding
something.
up, but we want to get you. How can how can these a cappella groups be able to break through? I know with King's Jubilee it was a struggle for you guys to be able to break through. And I also think that you guys are my brothers, so I can fight you openly. I think your first album, instead of singing a cappella, you were singing praise and worship songs to us. But we didn't know you to be that type. We expected to hear the things we'll be hearing on stage on the CD.
It's true.
But
Maybe
then you
the
were doing,
producer.
something
The
else.
producer. The producer is the producer. Blame it on the producer.
Even can these young groups be able to break through? Are you sure?
Well, it's quite interesting because back in the days, like you said, rightly said, we were selling two different products. We were singing a lot of a cappella music, and then our CD was mixed with R&B and then praise and worship music. So it was quite confusing. I believe the problem we had was the fact that we couldn't stick to and define our role. And I think it's possible because a cappella music really sells, especially when we had the opportunity to sing around. A lot of people like it, and I think it fitted more in the corporate scene because every time people had events, they wanted groups. You know, they couldn't play with live band and stuff. They needed just those simple groups to I'm on a the what's happening to me this morning. Sorry
No,
guys.
you're good. You're good. You're good. You're
You're
good.
back.
You're good. You're good.
So
You're
they
back.
You're
just
good.
needed those groups to sing, and I believe if they can really package themselves and do well, they really have market out there. Because we went places, we sang to a lot of events, and it's just that, like Kola said, we had a couple of issues that we couldn't master and get ourselves through. So Kings Jubilee we couldn't really break through. But I believe this market, Alabaster Box was like the example. I mean, everybody wanted to see them. And, I mean, they will be able to tell us more, especially when it comes to making it, because these guys were like the number one making it
Koda.
happen.
So this is
Please,
the answer. We went
okay,
through
tell me.
all the things we've been through so
Uh-oh,
that
I can't hear
you
you
up
guys
and
now.
coming will not go through those things. So
In Jesus' name.
come, 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 come.
Please, I have
Go
a
to Barnabas. Barnabas has plenty things going for manifest. Find any of those groups you
okay.
think are better than you,
Boss,
higher than you, and then let them mentor you.
wait.
Yes, sir.
I have a bomb of a question coming up. Please sit well.
I'll be fine. I can head it. I can
What
take everything.
happens? What happens if one of you records an album on his own?
I can't hear anything.
You will hear the thing. I said that.
What?
What happens if one of you wants to go solo? What happens to group?
We first of all, you are part of a group, so there needs to be consensus on how to make it happen.
Exactly.
There are too many instances where when that happens, usually
Yes.
that person leaves the group. There are too many, but there's also
Yes.
good examples where none of that has happened. Okay, so
Okay.
we can work it. We can talk about it. We can find a how to benefit everybody, and everybody will be better for it. But like you said, the question is not perfect. Usually, when that happens, it means that person, or at worst, the whole group is about to disintegrate because one person has done something on their own. That's true, but it's not always the norm. But that's true. Have I answered you?
Because please, I'm coming. So if you look at a group like and sorry for secular examples, if you look at a group like Boys to Men, like none of them really was able to become an independent artist.
They tried.
Take
They
take
tried, not for lack of
six.
trying.
No, I know, but it didn't work. And then take
Yeah.
six. Woo! Is that Teddy?
Steady.
And Texas have had to bundle themselves together all these years. That's why I'm
Yeah.
asking that. So, Mr. Migaba, I said my uncle join group and I just say solo no dear. I want to Fabio.
Fabio.
See, so I just want to check. I want to add to what Horst just said. See, in our group, for instance, we have one guy, Enilabi, who is coming out with a
Any.
single. Yes, he's coming out with a single. You see, so it depends on how you do it. See, when you I want to go on solo. That's where the problem is. But when you come to the group, like, listen, let's support you.
Elder
You
George.
see, let's support him. I want you guys to support. See, it depends on how you go, but it depends on how you do it. So in this case, we've been able to try to support the lab because of the way he will come to us that, like, guys, I want to come up with a single. I want you guys to help us. So we are supporting him 24/7. But it may be in a group and then somebody will be called in a different line where probably he feels it's bigger than the group and I want to go on solid. Where that thing is very dangerous. You might go and then you will never succeed. There are a lot of groups where
What if he
they
does
come out like
succeed?
this. Well, sometimes they hardly succeed. Sometimes they hardly succeed. Sometimes they hardly succeed. But see, if they will succeed, it depends on how the person go out of the group. It has to be a sort of like a concept. We need to build a concept. We have to have one man like, okay, our friends said they want to go solo. I mean, let's push him. Sometimes as soon as the person leaves the group, doesn't they conflict about the singer and only group in term. But anything is because at the end of the day, the issue that we're doing, why should we grudge ourselves where we have a task ahead of us to win souls? You understand? So it depends on how you go. The way you speak to the guys and the way the guys will support you. Because in the lab, anywhere that we go, we try to place them on that path because he has a very good mindset for what he's doing.
Well, let me chip in something. But you know, churches who don't, even churches, people break away painfully from churches. So as much as we want to win souls, and everybody says, no. Listen. No, listen.
Okay.
Listen, there's no road here. I'm just
Okay.
we are per what he was saying.
Okay.
So they say we are doing it for Christ. We are doing it for God. But at the end, somebody curses somebody. I'm talking about churches. Somebody will curse you because you broke away.
Yeah.
You know, so as much as what you're saying is true, I believe it with all my heart. Because at the end, that is what matters. The fact how many people were able to reach. If as one person you're able to reach X number, two, guess what? You reach even more. And how much more a group? So I get it. But even those that are in charge of souls proper, they have people under them. They are people. They are shepherding. Ma obin kase may prayer group. You will be disgraced.
But you see, again, these are my big brothers, so don't forgive me for saying this thing. But you see, for those of us who, when Joe was with Soul Winners, we were like, oh, Joe has picked up where Elder left off and the thing is going. I don't know, Joe, I mean, of course, I'm very close to Soul Winners, so I was very emotional about that thing that, I don't know, Joe, yes, but actually, we were missing out on the whole ministry of Joe Metal.
Can you imagine?
It's true.
Can you imagine?
It is true. Cool down. It is true. It is true. Okay, Teddy, I want you to pick this question and then we'll pick a last one and then please we need to run.
Okay.
I think somebody wants to know how to come up with a 3-part harmony by growing up. Everybody knows how to do. Now it comes. He says his problem is the 4, 5, and 6. What do they do with the extra people in the group? Please give them a fast formula. That will help them.
Teddy, that's you. Come on, Teddy.
Well, I mean, obviously, like you said, it's easy to pick the 3 parts out, but then you gotta look for those extra notes. The problem with those notes is getting the right people who will be able to hold them. I think that's where the problem is, because those notes will always create a tension. They will always create, that weird sign of harmony. And a lot of time, a lot of people can't understand it. I remember even with King's Jubilee, I was singing a lot of those, but it was something that my guys would complain, man, you like doing a lot of this. But the point is, do we have people to really hold it? Because then you have to be able to keep the sound, keep it in there. And I think if you can get the right people to do that, that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
He's the man. I remember we did a collabo with them. We did a collabo with them. A song we thought was, Harmonies Afa, and then Teddy just started adding some stuff. We're like, whoa. So yes, he's the man.
But Teddy, let's help them out a bit. Okay, so simple thing with 6 people in the harmony.
Yeah.
think about it this way: that you can have the baritone guy
Okay.
taking maybe. Let me be careful. Okay, you can have the baritone guy taking the melody. Fine. So
Yeah.
one is gone. We are left with
Mhm,
5.
mhm.
Bass is down there. So we are left with
Yes.
4.
Yeah.
Good. Now you have the ability to do either a 3 chord or a 4 chord. If you want to do a 3 chord and put an extension of the chord, maybe like a minor, but you are doing a minor 7th this time. Or
Yeah.
sometimes people just do a duplicate of the third
That's how
Yes.
we
at the
started.
Sometimes.
bottom, at the
That's how we
bottom, so that
started.
we have
Yeah.
the low, the third, which is hanging at the bottom there. And let
Yeah.
me tell you this: there's a whole video on YouTube
Meyɛ kɔ
that
mɛba tete
teaches
anjo.
how a friend is saying that teaches how to do these things. There's a whole video I saw that will
Yeah.
teach you how to stack up these things. And if you can do a little bit of reading in music, a song like A Quiet Place from Take Six, the script is there. And
Oh
once
wow.
you look at
Sure,
it, you would understand how
sure,
they layer the things,
sure,
so that that button
sure.
was always what I was trying to figure out. And it's actually a low one with a 3 on top.
Sure.
Okay.
And then the next guy
Yeah.
is like the 7th on top, which creates like a tritone
Okay.
harmony in your mind in the middle there. Like the way we play piano, you are getting a thing. So this information I'm talking about is on YouTube. In fact, I should have looked for the link so that I could have shared it with you
Yeah.
guys. But
Maybe.
they will teach you how pentatonics does their harmony, how Take Six
Mhm.
do their harmony, how the
Oh, I
older a
love to
cappella
see
groups
that.
do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's there. It's on YouTube. I found it. You are getting the thing. So please invest time into studying the different ways of doing it. And that is not the only harmony structure. If
Yeah.
you're a group and you only want to do Take Six harmony, you are predictable.
Yeah.
So do essay harmony sometimes, do Ghana harmony sometimes,
Yeah.
and then do the foreign thing sometimes, so that on every song you sound different. If you want to do the Afropella, know that the more instruments you play, the less harmony structure you are going to get.
It's true.
So don't say that you saw Alabaster Box doing and other things. So, Charlie, you are dedicating 4 people to do percussion.
That's
Who will
exactly what we did.
do? Who will do the harmony? Who will do
On a
the harmony?
recording, you can get away with stuff, but when you stand on
Yeah.
stage,
Yes.
then you'll be in trouble.
You
Yeah,
can do that.
you'll be
Yeah.
in trouble. Yeah.
So when you are doing these things, please, information is out there. Try, reach out, get it so that you'll be there. Please,
Get
Mr.
formal
Yes,
education. Get formal education in music as well. It helps.
impossible,
Play an instrument.
please.
Learn to play an instrument or
It's
two. It
true.
helps.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Very
Good advice.
important.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
please,
very
Alabaster
important.
Box. How can people reach Alabaster Box? Please help us.
We are everywhere. Alabaster Box GH.
Ah, Masa,
It's
me
MTN.
We are
everywhere. So.
everywhere. We are everywhere. No, look for us on Facebook. Just type in Alabaster Box. You'll find us. We are on Instagram. We are on Twitter. Um,
Okay,
look for me. Look for AJ the Minister. I can link you up. We are still
okay,
around. We're working on a single. We've been working at it forever, I know, but just bear with us. We'll come up with a single
okay.
really
And
soon.
then
Really soon.
you also have songs you have put out yourself. How can people reach you, sir?
HJ the Minister. I am known as HJ the Minister. HJ.
HJ the Min. Asante
Yes.
Funny. Okay,
I
okay,
am not.
pharmacy.
Look,
Oh,
this is
A
the
toss.
second time.
HJ
Be,
Minister.
be careful. This is okay. Let's leave it at that. I'll get you later. All right. So look for
Eh?
me, AJ the Minister. I have a song out, a single, just a single. It's not a cappella. It sounds more R&B ish, but it was
We know. We
overflowing.
know.
God
It
is
had to come out,
God is in
so it's out
control.
now. God is in control. Yeah. Look for
Teddy,
me.
people think you are out of Ghana, so you are out of reach. But please let them know if somebody needs to do some work, because he's passed me a lot of work to do. Before people hear about it, please, how can people reach you if they need you to produce stuff for them vocally, or even praise and worship, R&B stuff? How can they reach you, Teddy?
I'm on Facebook as well. American Teddy Zara. I mean, you can reach out to me.
Teddy, reduce
Uh,
the slangs. Let us hear the thing you're saying.
oh,
Slaring room. I'm not gonna tell Zara.
I am
Zara,
on
you're getting some favor.
Facebook. Oh, my people, I have not left Facebook.
Ah,
KTT,
talk the
KTT,
normal.
KTT, KTT.
My man, I reached that level, yeah, beg.
Come on, my man,
See the
I
way
reach that.
his Liberian slide you're screaming, my man.
My man, I reach that level.
I reached that level, yeah, to just say
Okay,
things
please.
like that in
How can
tree,
people
beg.
reach you? How can people reach you? Teddy, how can they reach you?
Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on everything. It's Amelka Tedizaro, or you can say at Azaro, Azaroe. You'll find me. I'm just right there.
Okay, great. And then, Mr. Barnabas, please, how
Yes,
do we
sir.
reach Manifest? Maybe I
All
not
right.
told me Pi Germany, not person me demo.
So we are
I'm
on
moving back to
Facebook.
Crowdy and San Marco Germany.
Whatever.
Okay.
Say you're pending a project. You know a pending project. You're see we are sala.
And I'm more.
So
Showboy is already doing magic. You don't need me.
we
No, Showboy
surprisingly
is doing great. You don't need me.
we need everybody. We need everybody to help us.
Barnabas,
Wow.
what's the
So
difference
we
between your manifest and another manifest? You know another manifest.
that
So when
one
I'm
is
looking for you
M.
guys,
You see, that one is M. Anfest. You see,
okay,
that one is M.
Huh?
Anfest. But ours is
okay.
the Manifest Acapella group.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. There's a
You
great
get the
difference.
picture. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
dot there. Yeah, there's a dot after the M. So you can find us on Facebook, the Manifest GH, and then we on YouTube as well, the Manifest Acapella group, and then Instagram, the
Yeah,
Manifest,
manifest. Cool.
and iTunes. We are there. I mean, all the music platform. You are there. You can just
Okay,
find
yeah,
us
yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah. And then also we have a program coming. As I say, we have a pre-concert, a pre-anniversary concert, maybe end of this month or first month, end of October or first week in November. Just watch us. You can just follow us on our social media platform, and we'll kind of put the posters and everything there, so that you guys will come there and support the ministry. Yeah.
Guys, I can't say a big thank you enough for making time to join, especially to Mr. BT Abama, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you so much. I know it was short notice, but you're still able to join us. And Teddy, thank you for waking up. I know it's still very early where you are at. Please go and compile all the songs I'm mixing for next week and then call me.
I'm sending it definitely.
Let's do it. Minister House, too, the thing we talked about on this thing, I'll do this thing, so I send you this thing so that we can talk about it.
When?
Tuesday.
Thank you.
But you
Thank
haven't
you.
sent my these things yet, too.
There's some this thing you have to say.
Yeah, I
This thing,
sent
no.
some this
Okay.
Is it ready?
Please, let the
No, he's this
come.
thing. Hey, he wants some this thing, you. So I have to take my time and
Okay.
But Jesus, thank you so much to the people that sponsored us, to Etbeck Communications. They do all our graphics and the stuff for us. And then to Sweet Music, that also is sponsoring us. If you are a studio engineer, you need a sub, or you're a church, you need a sub for your church, please contact them. There's always a quota discount every week, which is slashes the thing top, sometimes by even 1,000 cedis or more. Then my mom see me a friend me code down there in Cajon. That one I don't get it. But the Lord is in control. So please pass through and let them be a blessing to you. Until we meet again next week, I'll say God
bless you.
richly bless all of
God
us
bless
in
you.
Jesus' name.
Welcome to Sweet Music, your home of original musical instruments at the most affordable prices. Drum sets, keyboards, pianos, bass and guitars, mixers, speakers, amplifiers, studio equipment, and all accessories in between. We have experienced technicians who can handle every form of installation and repair. Visit Sweet Music today at Chimoto Mile 7, Sonodom Ship House adjacent Barclays Bank, Tema Community 9 near T Havana, Takrade ground floor of Rabito Clinic, Daviama, and Kumasi K Poly 3rd Gate, Amakom. Visit www.sweet-music.com or call 020-536-0313 or 054-734-6146. Sweet Music. Hear the sound.